Beautiful people, beautiful people, beautiful people. What is good? What is good? What is good? Of course, you know who I be. Good Dr. Mike TV. Back again once again. You already know what it is, baby. Instant classic in the making. Guys, just wanted to come through real quick. I know this was a unplanned live, but this right now will mark, I want to say, my third or fourth consecutive Christmas that I have not been able to spend Christmas time in the Philippines. It's truly unfortunate, but just wanted to come through and give you guys some of the thoughts about what it's like to celebrate Christmas in the Philippines as opposed to, celebrating it in a place here like the United States. All right. Now, off the rip, man, Christmas time in the Philippines starts in September, right? Christmas time in the Philippines starts in September. So if you imagine that Christmas starts in September, they celebrate the entire Burr months: September, October, November, of course, December. So 4 months of consistent Christmas song caroling, that damn Mariah Carey song playing in the background. All I want for Christmas. If I hear that song one more damn time, I'm gonna chicken choke the shit out somebody. Yes, that song right there. And then Chris Brown's version of one of those other Christmas songs. You hear that a lot in the Philippines as well. But over there, they're really festive. I mean, Christmas lights all over every mall that you go into, Christmas trees out the wazoo, millions and millions and millions and millions of Christmas trees everywhere that you go, and millions of Christmas songs being played even as early as September, right? Now, in the United States, since I've been back, the Christmas spirit in a very chosen few has been apparent, even throughout everything that's going on in the world today. Still got some friends that put up Christmas trees, put up the lights and everything. And, we used to drive through neighborhoods where we used to see the lights on houses and stuff like that. But I believe that the energy pales in comparison to a place like the Philippines. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of feel as though the energy of how they celebrate Christmas in the Philippines is way different than the energy and how they celebrate it in a place like the United States. All right. If you guys are in the building, man, make sure you drop a like. Doc would highly appreciate that one. So drop a like on the way in or on your way out. Does not matter. All right. Now, off the rip, one thing that I love about celebrating Christmas in the Philippines that I absolutely hate at the exact same time is carolers and caroling. You don't have nobody out here willing to stand out in these cold ass streets here in the great state of North Kakalaki or anywhere where it gets real cold. You don't have too many people willing to stand out on the streets. But because it's a little bit warmer in the Philippines, guys, yes, they will come to your house door to door and sing the same exact song. And you could tell that they're singing the same exact song because by the time they get to your house in the Philippines, guys, they be lazy as hell when they be caroling at your house. Merry, Merry Christmas, and Happy, Happy New Year. I mean, it's monotonous, right? You hear the same song. You hear it when they're singing it at three houses down the street. By the time they get to you, they're pretty much tired. But you can almost guarantee that if you live in like a housing development as opposed to a condo, because they don't do that in condo areas. But if you're living in a place where you have a house or something like that, they will be careless, man. They will be careless, and you are expected. How can I say this? You're not necessarily expected to, but there is an intent or an insinuation that if I'm gonna sing in front of your house, by the time I finish that song, you gonna give me some money. Okay. Oh man, you are expected. You are expected to give them some money, right? So before they even start singing, if I know that I have absolutely I have no reason, not reason, but I don't have an intent to give them money, I'll just wave them off and say no thank you, walang pera, which means no money. I'll wave them off because if you don't, there's this expectation that you're gonna pay them or that you're going to give them money for services rendered, aka money for them caroling in front of your house. And they will stand there. I promise you, they will stand in front of your house for about 5, 10 minutes after singing to make sure that there ain't nobody in that house or there's nobody in that house that's at least going to give money, right? They'll be like, "Merry Christmas, Bob." Bruh, it gets annoying as hell. And imagine this happening on a consistent basis. So if you do celebrate Christmas in the Philippines, or anybody that's ever celebrated Christmas in the Philippines, and they live in a place where carolers are in abundance or apparent, please believe that you're gonna have to pay. I'll be the Grinch who stole Christmas, my boy. I don't even care, man. Doc is human. If I ain't got no money, I'm not even gonna make you waste your time. Okay? And imagine, can you imagine giving like 20 pesos to every person that comes by your house and sings? Guess what that means? They're going to tell somebody, oh, there's a foreigner living in that house over there, or there's a foreigner in that house right there, and that foreigner gave me 50 pesos. That foreigner gave me 20 pesos. You should go to that house too and see if he's going to give you that exact same amount. And oh, heaven forbid you don't give them the exact same amount that you gave to the last caroler, because guess what? They gonna be in your ass. They gonna be like, oh, well, you gave him 50 and you trying to give me 20? Oh, hell no, Karen. That shit don't work over here like that, right? Because carolers, man, they're very aggressive, right? Very, very, very aggressive. But also, there's another thing about celebrating Christmas in the Philippines that I do have to talk about. Usually around that time of year, depending on where you guys live, at least in Davao City for sure, what they would do is they would bring in the people that live in the mountainous indigenous regions of the Philippines, or those areas that surround your particular living area. Like for me in Davao City, they would bring a lot of the indigenous people from the mountainous areas down to Davao City and allow them to beg. Like they would bring them down for the specific purpose of begging. Now, for only people who live in Davao City will know what I'm talking about when I say this, but there's this area called Diversion Road. Diversion Road connects, I think it starts in like Ulas and it connects you all the way to Buhangin, right? And it ain't gonna make sense to you guys, but basically it's like this long mountainous road, right? Wherein you drive over this road, and during Christmas time, what you'll notice is there's just a bunch of people lined up on the streets. They're a little bit spread out. You know, they were practicing COVID protocols before COVID was even a thing, but they're spread out on this road, right? And as weird as it may sound, people used to, they wouldn't even stop, right? People would literally drive over this road and like throw coins out the window. Like it was weird. Like I kind of felt it was a bit disrespectful for them not to stop and put it in their hands. But people, I guess if they were in a rush and they would see somebody, they would like throw the coins out the window. And of course, you know, the people that were standing there looking to get it would go and pick it up or see where it bounced and they would go get it, right? So these are the things and the types of experiences that I remember spending a lot of time in Davao City and a lot of time in the Philippines during Christmas time. But overall, I will say there is probably no place like the Philippines when it comes to Christmas time. They shoot fireworks during Christmas time. They shoot fireworks during Christmas time. We usually associate that with the New Year, right? No, no, sir. Like they, as soon as the 25th hits, fireworks on them streets, getting it in. Big facts. Um, in the United States, like I said, man, when we celebrate it, it's pretty much a traditional thing. Oh, we give gifts or we do gift giving, we do Secret Santa exchanges and things like that. We kind of follow a general formality. When it comes to the Philippines, man, I kind of feel like you don't know exactly what you're going to get with the Philippines during Christmas time. A lot of them go to church on Christmas Eve. I think it's the Eve, 24th, I believe. I know that when I was with my young lady and I was spending a lot of time with her family during the Christmas time up there, I know we went to church every, I want to say it was Christmas Eve, right? We go there, let the pastor pray and all of that good stuff, and we would go home, go to sleep, and you know, everything was what it used to be. But you know, as we aged and we started spending more time in Davao City, like we didn't really put up Christmas trees. We really didn't do all of that extra shit. It's not a bad thing. It's not a great thing either. But you know, we never really did a lot of that festive stuff because I felt like the energy in the Philippines was enough for everybody. You feel me? I feel like the energy in the Philippines was enough for everybody. Hey, sincerely, how you doing? My man, Mr. Diaz, what's up, bro? I said, did you do the Simbang Gabi? I don't think I did. I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar. I don't think I ever did anything like that. I could have, but I don't remember. Like I said, bro, I haven't celebrated Christmas in the Philippines going on at least 3 or 4 consecutive years now. So for me, it's just a matter of I miss it. I ain't gonna cap. I wish I could go back, but I'm not mad that I can't travel this time of year because it gets ridiculous trying to travel this time of year. Right? If I was living there, it's different. You know, like all of my other bloggers and shit, living in it is a whole lot different than traveling to it. So I wouldn't even waste my time to even try to travel this time of year. But what I do know is time and experiences in the Philippines during Christmas time is like unlike any other. It is unlike any other place on earth. They go hard for no damn reason at all. They be going ham for no fucking reason at all when it comes to Christmas. I don't. The religious belief behind celebrating Christmas. Oh no, I never did that then. The 9 days before the Christmas Eve and the Master's crack of dawn as the crows as the cock crows. Nah, man, I didn't do anything leading up to the days of going to the mass or whatever it may be on Christmas. I'm sorry, Christmas Eve. Nah, we just went to the mass on Christmas Eve. Maybe her mom and maybe her siblings were doing that stuff, but probably by the time we got there, I don't know, maybe we missed it or whatever it may be. But I don't remember celebrating anything like that. But yeah, them early morning masses, you can miss me with that shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was a tough go, right? Spending time in the Philippines, going to mass early morning, that was tough. I think I've only did that once or twice. We did the 5 a.m. No, it was the 4 a.m. mass we did too. But you'll find that more amongst the religious families in the Philippines, man. You won't find that necessarily with everybody in the country. All right, JD, what's going on with you, man? Nah, man, you took this to another level, man. We never did any of that. Nah. But we did have massive parties, Christmas parties. Philippine Christmas parties are unlike any other Christmas party I've ever been to. They always have the lechonas, the spread, man, a whole bunch of rice and sweet ass spaghetti, and you got your sinigang, or somebody who would bring the shit. What's that shit called? Fuck, can't the pancet. There will always be somebody who would bring the pancet shit. But I tell you, man, when Filipinos party, they party. Can't forget the Red Horse and the Sandbag. Those were always on deck too. But definitely, man, I can't lie. Time in the Philippines or experiences during the Christmas time in the Philippines were definitely unlike any other place that I had ever been. All right. Do they celebrate Christmas like the Hispanics? Yes, food, gifts, and a lot of drinking. Absolutely. I kind of feel like they are neck and neck, hand in hand with that of our Hispanic brethren or Latina sisters, brethren, whatever, whatever. But yeah, they do celebrate just as hard. They do celebrate just as hard. They may not call it Feliz Navidad, but I will tell you this, man. Um, they go hard when they celebrate, and sometimes I feel as though ain't nothing like it, man. I enjoy it. Be honest with you. Like I said, it's just an experience. Any foreigner that has never spent time or celebrated Christmas during the Christmas time in the Philippines, you guys are in for a treat. They go hard for no fucking reason at all. Shout out to my brother Pedro. What's good? When they put on the lechon, when they put the lechon out as the spread, seems like it's out early and the whole party is food and the food's kind of cold. Oh yeah, when they put the lechon is the centerpiece of every meal or every big festival or celebration. At least as long as you don't practice the Muslim faith, you know that the centerpiece is likely going to be a lechon, a whole pig. Do they put it out? Yes, that thing get cold as hell. I know exactly what you mean. They'll put it out and all the food gets cold. But I don't know what it is about the entire spread or what it means to be a spread. They don't have any of those warmers where the food can stay warm or you put it in dishes and trays like that. Normally it does get cold. You're right. And this shit do be sitting out the whole party. You better pray somebody is smart enough to cover it because if not, the ants and the flies are gonna have themselves a field day while somebody's in the background getting twisted and drunk. All right. He said, I'm trying to head to the Philippines in February. Hey, man, enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. It's good. It's an experience, man. I'll tell you. Mr. Diaz, I'm telling you, if you ever get an opportunity to experience Christmas time in the Philippines, you'll be like, well, I ain't never seen a group of people celebrate like this, unless you've been around, you're Hispanic and Latina. Um, the culture, definitely you'll probably say there's no place that matches it. No group of people that match, the Philippines in reference to how they celebrate Christmas. All right. Sincerely, love, I'm gonna have to. It depends on who's making the spaghetti, right? It depends on who's making the spaghetti. Filipino spaghetti can be nice as long as it's not sweet. And I've had some sweet spaghetti, and love, I can't do sweet spaghetti. Like my spaghetti is not meant to be sweet. Like my balls ain't meant to be dangling like this. My spaghetti, yo, is not meant to be sweet. I don't know about y'all. I can't do sweet spaghetti, man. It's a pain. It tastes different. My taste buds ain't ready for it. My man said nothing that a little microwave won't solve. You know what? I've been in a lot of Philippine households and I have yet to see a microwave. It depends on who house you going into, but for the most part, they reheat things on the stove, man. It's always the stove top. They put their little Bunsen burner, that little gas burner, and they turn that little son bitch on, and that's the way they heat up food. It's very rare. It depends on whose household and who you're, dealing with, but very rare do you find microwaves in Philippine households. Like I said, if you live in a more modern shit, yeah. What's in Filipino spaghetti? Sugar. I shit you not, sugar. I don't care if it's brown sugar. I don't care if it's regular white sugar, granulated sugar. They put sugar in their spaghetti. That's what makes shit sweet. Oh, and let me not forget about that Eden cheese. Press one if you have ever had Eden, Eden cheese in the Philippines. Y'all do know that Eden cheese don't melt and it don't spoil. I don't know what the fuck they put in Eden cheese, but that thing don't melt and it don't change colors, it don't deform, it don't mold. I don't know what it is. That shit sits on a regular shelf inside of the mall. It's weird. That Eden cheese is tough. It's, that's some different type of shit. Some different type of cheese, man. I thought that the government cheese that they hand out to people here in the United States was bad. That Eden cheese is damn near on par with the government cheese. Hell, I think government cheese is a little bit better than that Eden cheese, but that Eden cheese is something else. Eden. Google it. Eden cheese. That's some of the toughest cheese you'll ever have in your life. Let me type it in the chat for everybody who ain't aware of what I'm talking about. Google it. Eden cheese. They put that shit on everything. I know my Filipinos know what I'm talking about, man. She said some be putting condensed milk in it. This shit is crazy. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No way. But again, man, in the Philippines, man, it's a hell of an experience, guys. The foods that they have during this time of the year, the way that they celebrate is definitely it's different, right? And I don't know if it'll catch a lot of you guys off guard, but it's fun. It's an experience. I have to admit. My man said government cheese is delicious. Best if it's on grill. Best if used for grilled cheese. It might be dope. Like, but y'all, if you know what government cheese tastes like, that eating cheese tastes a little bit different. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That eating cheese, see, Filipinos love eating cheese, man. That shit is ridiculous. I've tried it. I was like, it's. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sugar, hot dogs, and queso de bola. If you don't know what the ball of cheese, the queso de bola. Oh, are you talking about the ham or the cheese? I forgot. I think I didn't. I know they got this little ball of ham that they put out every year too in the Philippines during Christmas time. When I say that Christmas time in the Philippines is an experience, y'all need to understand Christmas time in the Philippines is an experience. All right. All the activities, the festivities you can partake in, fun. All of the activities that take place outside, the foods, the gatherings, definitely bar none some of the best experiences I've ever had. And the reason why I think a lot of my foreign friends will enjoy Christmas time in the Philippines, if you haven't already, you should check it out. There's something about this family environment and atmosphere that you get when you go to a place like the Philippines, right? We talk about how family oriented most Filipino people are in general, but it's taken to the next level during Christmas time. And it's not really so much about the gift exchange. Like I've been to family gatherings, like I said, with my young lady and her family and stuff like that. It's really not even about the gift exchange at all. It's pretty much about, how can I say this? It's pretty much about just the gathering of family members and friends and just wanting to be around each other. And, it's nice to have that, but I kind of feel like there's just been this monetary stigma. I don't even want to call it stigma, but there seems that when it comes to comes to Christmas time, what's generally associated with Christmas time, even in the United States, is the fact that you're going to end up spending a lot of money, right? Every Christmas, you buy gifts for family and friends and stuff like that. Most of us get creative with our gift giving, so we don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money. But on the opposite of that, if you got kids and other people that you genuinely care about, you want to make sure you put a little money in their pockets. Um, or you want to make sure you get them a gift that's dope. And sometimes a dope gift costs money. All right. So there's been a lot of financial strain put on a lot of people during Christmas time. I'm not saying that in the Philippines it's not about what you buy people, because you got some people, you guys know, you already know, some people are all about, oh, what are you going to get me for Christmas, especially if you're the foreigner. But if you're around it and you're just observing, you'll start to see that there's very little pressure put on people in reference to what they're going to spend or what they're going to buy for people. More so, it's about just the environment, being able to be around, family and friends and stuff like that. And that's pretty meaningful to a lot of people, you know. Guys, I see we got 8 in the building, man. Y'all drop your like, man. Appreciate you guys dropping in. If you guys want to support, please feel free. I would highly appreciate that one. But yeah, just wanted to come through and politic with y'all. I keep forgetting this is kind of a live-ish video, but definitely want to have some fun today. I just want to read some comments before I check out. He said, if you're rich, you have the case of the bola or the ham. Yeah, the case of the bola, man, it's not expensive, but for most people, from Philippine standards, it's like a status symbol to have the case of the bola on their table. He said, I put government cheese on my spaghetti when I was a child. That government cheese with the hot sauce on top of spaghetti was on point. Yo, if you could take government cheese, I think that Eden cheese would hit the spot. All right. Hopefully, this will be my last Christmas away from the Philippines. Hoping to be there in the late January on your SRRB applicant visa. I hope it works for you too, man. Doc's happy because I let him out of school. They let him out of school for the holidays. Oh, yeah, man. I've been out we got out on Friday, man. See, and I want to talk to y'all about this one because people think they be like, Doc, man, you got a doctorate degree and all of that shit, pimp. Man, why don't you do other things? It's not that I'm not doing other things, but I want to do things on my time, right? When it comes down to like owning a business and being an entrepreneur and stuff like that, the time, effort, and energy that it takes to do that is ridiculous. The time, effort, and energy it takes to run and own a business means that you're 24/7 all day, every day for years on end. And I know for a fact that committing myself to something like that is going to take away from my ability to travel. So you say, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go ahead and be a school teacher for now. Graduate up into a college professor soon enough, so I still get my time off. Why? Because when them kids ain't in school, Doc sitting his ass right here at the house, chilling. So everybody else over here slaving 12 months out of the year, I only got to slave for like consecutive months out of the year, not too many. I live a pretty cush gig, man. It's not bad being able to kind of, it's not necessarily creating your own schedule, but being able to schedule your vacations because you're already guaranteed that time off and you don't have to ask for that time off, or you don't have to sit there and try to find a way to put somebody in a position to take care of your business while you're going. Right? I love it, man. Shit, I'll take this every day. And yeah, I'm good until the top part of January. He says, how many godchildren do I have in the Philippines? None. I got my young lady and my young lady only, man. Doc ain't taking care of nobody else's kids. Y'all can't take care of your own kids. I don't think I'm the one. Especially if y'all ain't nobody giving up me no goodies. Why the hell I'm gonna sit there and support some? No, I'm playing. Let me stop. That's rude. Back up. Nah, I'm good. I don't have any godchildren. He said, you got 34 and some are married. Look, man, if they married and can take care of themselves, man, I'm not about to sit there and buy nobody else no gifts. You got to take care of yourself, man. He says that's why Festivus is for the rest of us. Festivus is anti-commercialized celebration of the holiday season. Happy Festivus, Doc. Hey, trust me, y'all can be about that commercial shit. Doc gonna stay here in this corner. I only got one person that I need to get a gift for. Well, a few people if you include my mom and everybody else, but my young lady is literally the only person I have to take care of, and I'm good with that. Yes, sir. I am on winter break until the top part of January, so I'm Gucci for at least the next a lot of days, at least for the next couple of weeks or so. Mm, I get to sit here and make YouTube videos and go live and have fun and all that good shit. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. But for me, man, I'm not big on the commercialization of Christmas. If I want to get you something, I'll get you something. Okay. But it's gonna be because I want to, not because I feel obligated to do it because it's Christmas time. Now, again, as a foreigner, I will tell you this: dealing with certain women, you may come across some that will try to make you feel as though you have to buy them gifts. I mean, shit, that's no different than in the United States. But I encourage you to run and run quickly if you ever deal with any woman like that. But, I'm happy. I mean, Christmas time for me has always been one of my favorite times of year. I like snow. I just don't like being in it. Right? It don't snow here in North or South Carolina. It just rains a lot and it gets cold. So we just be dealing with that. I know my people up north in New York and Philly and New Jersey and places like that, Connecticut and all those up north spots, they get a lot of snow. I know that. But in the Philippines, man, it don't get cold. It be the hottest Christmas ever. That's why I love it, man. I could walk around in my with my shorts on and my flip flops on, my Crocs, my Havaianas, man, and I could live my best life. Cause that's all you be seeing when them people be going caroling, anyways. Hey, young Pascal, I tell him them motherfuckers be singing them damn Christmas songs. I wonder if ABS-CBN got a Christmas song this year. I don't remember. They used to have one every year, but it is what it is, gents. It is what it was. But guys, I will admit, man, Christmas time in the Philippines is a dope time of year for me. It's an experience. If you haven't experienced it, I definitely recommend you give it a try. Not sure if I'm gonna drop a live tonight. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how I feel. But I definitely wanted to talk about Christmas since I'm not gonna be spending Christmas in the Philippines this year. I do believe that if you had to compare the U.S. versus the Philippines, they go a whole lot harder in the Philippines than they do in the United States when it comes to Christmas time. Right? I guess it depends on the area in which you're living in and stuff like that. I know a lot of the upper echelon or the upscale neighborhoods around the area that I live in, they definitely have like a lot of people that are very festive, and that's what's up. But for me, I'm just like, man, let me chill. Let me have my fun. I don't be doing nothing extra. I don't go out of my way if I don't have to. Right? So it is what it is for me. I'm gonna let y'all check out in a minute. I hate when people you hardly know or are not close with ask you to be a godparent just because they know you have some money or are a foreigner, so they think you will give good presents to their kids. Doc will tell them no, no, biggity fuck no. I don't know you like that. I don't know how many people have asked me to be a godparent. I think my girl a godparent to her. I don't know if she's a godparent to um our friends who just recently had kids. She may be, maybe she's like an auntie or some shit, but COVID has basically made life so much easier because she ain't gotta go nowhere and she damn sure ain't gotta be in a place where she has to see them. Right. We practice social distancing this time of year. Like, I'm sorry, boo, she can't go to the party because nah, we supposed to be distances. So COVID has kind of made that easier or made the transition of not having to get people shit easier. I know for a fact I only got to take care of her and her only, and I'm good. Of course, I got my mom something and shit like that. But other than that, man, I probably have less than 5 people I have on my list to actually get something for. And the reason I'm getting them gifts is because I genuinely love these people and or I felt they deserve one and or I felt like they've done a lot for me and I feel like it's come to the point where I know that I want to get them something not because I feel obligated to get it for them. So that's pretty much what it's been for me and the people that I've personally gotten gifts for, you know? It ain't gonna be for everybody. Not everybody deserves your time, effort, energy, or your gifts. If people been shitting on you all year round, and all of a sudden they trying to act right because it's Christmas time, so I'm going with all that shit. My man said he in Wisconsin. Shout out to Green Bay for the W yesterday over the Baltimore Ravens. I actually got a chance to sit down and watch a football game. Believe that shit? I actually had a chance to watch a game yesterday. I watched Green Bay play the Ravens, and the Ravens trying to be all fucking greedy and shit. Instead of taking a field goal, they try to go for the win, and they lost 2 weeks in a row trying to be greedy. The analytics don't work, bitch. I've been trying to tell them, Baltimore, the analytics don't work. Okay, the analytics don't work. But I did get a chance to watch Green Bay play, and I thought it was a pretty good game. As a godparent should be someone close to the family and someone that has been close to the family for years. Yeah, not somebody you just met off the street, but in the Philippines, it's the person that you think are going to get the best gifts. All right, I don't know what to tell you, bro. That's why I'm not a godparent because I give horrible gifts on purpose. I give bad gifts on purpose so people know not to look for another one for me next year. I give gifts that people need, not what they want. Now, actually, let me take that back. I did sponsor 2 kids from my school this year. I did do something good this year, and I damn near forgot about it. I did all right. I sponsored a boy and a girl this year from the sharing tree at my school this year. So I did get gifts for kids that I thought needed it. So I did all right. So I did do more than just for people I know. See, I did cool. But I do give horrible gifts on purpose, bro. Like people I don't like, or people who have a what do you call it? An expectation that not gonna give good gifts because your boy ain't got too many people to take care of. Let me tell you what I give them. I give people shit that they need. And when I tell you I do this on purpose, y'all. So I knew there was this one girl, right? And she was just always asking for shit. Like she just wanted them asking hoes or dropping hints like, oh, I wish I had this for Christmas. Woo, I know I could do good things with this. So I knew she was trying to ask for some shit, right? So what I did is I got the box. No, I got the box of the gift that she wanted, and I put Trident and bubblegum and Tic Tacs in that bitch. I said, baby girl, you need to take care of your breath before you start worrying about other people's shit. Or before you start worrying about the things you want. You need to take care of the things that you need, love. Shit. I said, fix that breath and you might get this. Because I actually bought the gift. This is the funny part. I bought the gift. I took the actual gift out of the box, and inside the box, I put like gum and Tic Tacs and shit in there. I said, if you fix this first, I said, I'll give you the gift. And it was supposed to be funny, but it was supposed to be real too at the exact same time. I was trying to be funny, but I was trying to be real. Like, I'm trying to drop hints, a nudge, nudge, winkety wink, because I kind of feel like, love, if you don't take care of certain things, um, you don't deserve things if you can't take care of the other parts, right? So like I said, I don't have it all together either. I try my best to make sure I do my thing. But for sometimes when you one of them begging, needy types of people, always asking for gifts and shit like that, especially around this time of year, I'm gonna give you what you need, not what you want. Okay. And if you ain't taking no D, why the fuck I'm gonna get you a gift for it anyways, man? What the fuck you deserve that for? Man? Come on now. And yes, I do give socks. I give socks. I give gloves, hats and shit. I've passed out a couple of Santa hats, trying to make people get festive and shit. My man said gum and breath mints. He said give him some toothbrush, toothpaste, Listerine, and definitely the original. None of that fruity shit, man. I'm gonna give you the original Listerine. You're right though. That was my bad. I think see, I dropped the ball on that one. See, now I know that it needs to be a whole complete package. You feel me? It needs to be a package set, not necessarily just the gum and the breath mints. That was just the first thing I thought of. Because I do realize that gum and breath mints are only temporary fixes. Damn. Oh well. We need to try that one more time. I should have got the Listerine. But I done missed the joke now. I'll probably have to go back and try that one again next year. My ex-Filipino girl hit me up on Saturday asking me to get her a gift for Christmas. Bitch, you don't get the fuck up out of my face with that bullshit. Hey man, these girls is funny and their timing is so perfect, ain't it? They time it when they start to act right is usually around this time of year, probably a couple weeks out or maybe even at the top of the month of December. They try to act right. Their timing is impeccable. Their timing is flawless. Every time of the year, they try to get right, get in your good graces. Say some shit like, I miss what we had. I've had girls say some shit like that to me. I miss what we had, or I miss our conversations. I miss talking to you, trying to butter my biscuits and some shit, trying to get some gifts out of me. You do realize I'm broke, right? You do realize how much money I make on YouTube. Y'all remember the video? Your boy clears in excess of $30 a month on YouTube. My boy, I'm over here making it rain with $30 a month. Damn it, I can't even take care of a cell phone bill with that, let alone buy somebody a gift with it. So if you're thinking that I am the gift giving type of person or the person that's gonna take care of you, love, you talking to the wrong one, man. It's a no go, love. It's a no go. He said, I got a best gift when I guess all the military alphabet code. That was the best gift I had. I'm sorry, love. I misread that. Did I read that right? I'm sorry. I was trying to read it. Maybe I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Let me back it up. But yeah. Oh, your best gift was when you guessed the military alphabet code. Ah. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I know exactly what you mean. Are you so now you're able to crack the codes when people are talking and doing extra shit? I don't know. Oh man. Cash App sent me a gift. Hey, Cash App, my boy. He says, yeah, they be asking for an Aguinaldo, so I asked them to send me some sexy Christmas pictures. Damn, now I gotta send something back since I got the pictures. Yo, ain't nothing worse than when you ask for something and they actually oblige. Now your ass got, boy. Ain't nothing worse. I feel where you're coming from with that one. Ain't nothing worse. Yo, you're right. I got you. Now you gotta send it. Yes. Whenever you be like, yo, I want you to send me some pictures this Christmas. Huh? I want you to have the Christmas hat on with the red thong on, whatever it may be. Whatever picture you ask for, when they oblige, now you're kind of stuck. You're like, well, damn, she actually did do it this year. Oh, ain't nothing worse than when they actually oblige, huh? You'd be like, well, fuck, man, now I actually got to do it. I was not expecting that you was actually gonna hook me up. I thought that you were gonna hit me with the same standard text message. Oh, how dare you think of me like that? I am not that type of girl. Why do all foreigners think that Filipinos are like this? You're so bastos, you're so rude, and all of that shit. Right. I know you were expecting it. And then when they actually do it, you were like, damn, I really didn't think you were going to do this. Now you actually have to, hold up your end of the bargain. That's one thing I hate too, because I really do have to hold up my end now. I can't just do that, take the pictures, and not send what I said I was going to send. Oh, bro, check the chat, man. Hold on, my cash app. Hold on. Hey, check the description area. Give me a second. I think this should be it right here. Give me a second. Since I'm on whatchamajigget, give me a second. Hold on. Since I got my computer up, man, I'm able to move around a little bit. Yeah, anyways, that's it. But yeah. When girls be like, yo, when they actually send you gifts or when they actually send something to you and you weren't expecting them to actually do it and you now actually have to oblige, ain't nothing worse than that. You feel bad for not doing that. You feel bad for not doing it. But it is what it is. When you don't think that they will, they actually will. And what makes it even more fucked up in all of this is girls be talking about how, oh, they're not the type of person. Oh, I'm not that type of girl. Oh, I'm not this or oh, I'm not that. Guess what? When they actually send what you ask them to send, all it shows is in an unfortunate manner, all girls have a price, right? That's pretty much what it proves. It proves that overall, depending on what time of the year it is, you could probably rack up on some serious photos if you were really about that life, or you could probably rack up on some serious booty if you want to know the truth. Mm, some serious booty. Hey, Pippin, I got it, man. I got you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's the one. Anyways, but you could probably rack up on some serious ass during the Christmas season because everybody trying to buy gifts or everybody wants gifts. It's weird. But it is what it is, my boy. It is what it is. My man says, I guess they are desperate, especially for the typhoon disaster. I talked about this briefly yesterday, but sometimes you got people who use the the misfortunes of others or certain situations like this to try to cash out on the or tug on the heartstrings of foreigners, right? So you do have people who do shit like that. You do have people who do shit like that. Sometimes they're legit with it, sometimes they're real, sometimes they're really going through it, but other times they're just pretty much using this particular situation as a reason or rhyme or reason for them to try to get money from others. And it's kind of hard for you to find a way for them to prove that it's really their stuff unless you start asking for some serious documentation. Right? Okay, now let me see this, let me see that, let me see the land title, let me see that this is your house or the owners. But sometimes they'll go take pictures of other houses or get pictures offline and say it's their house with the roof caved in and all of that bullshit. And, they try to utilize it as a way to come up off of, taking away from the people who are really going through it. There is nothing that I hate more than that. Will, what's going on with your brother? Not yet, man. Doc's just enjoying his time. But Christmas in the Philippines be like exactly what I described about 2 years ago, about 2 hours ago, man. Typhoon that did mess up a lot of holiday cheer. Yeah, it did. And the stories that I'm reading on it, absolutely horrible. Guys, 10 in the building, man. Appreciate y'all dropping that like. Highly appreciate you. He says, so now I feel bad because they are from the affected areas of Odette. How bad do you really feel on a scale of 1 to 10? Because the way that I see it is you're doing yourself a service or you're helping out the community because it's needed, my boy. All right. I want you to understand something. If you do send money, you helping, right? You are helping. Now, granted, you got something as a result of, but I still feel like you helped. I think that's fair. He helped, right? If you helped, hey man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. A lot of people ain't gonna see it that way. Like, oh, you're taking advantage of this, that, and the other. But I'm like, look, she was probably gonna send them pictures anyway, right? And most girls, with all due respect, I know it sounds crazy, but most of them know that even despite the whole typhoon situation, let me back out of that because it sounds fucked up. But despite the fact that typhoons and things are happening and it's really unfortunate, it's fucked up. A lot of women know that if they're going to get something from somebody, they're going to need to put out, and I respect that because if you're going to try to come at people with some freebie shit or trying to cater to and or how can I say this, tug on the heartstrings of the nicer guys, you got to understand you're going to have to put up something to get something out. It's just the truth. It's the truth, and the truth shall set us all free. And most of them know that. And when they know that, guess what? They're willing to probably cater to whatever it is that you ask. It's that time of the year, man. And if they trying to get money, they're gonna do it. All they're gonna do is send you some pre-packaged photos, anyways. They probably got like a package of 10 photos, and they're just waiting for the guy to ask for them so that they can send them. So they're sending like reused or old photos to like shit, but it is what it is. That happens to me every time there's a disaster. If I choose to help, I always ask for pictures. You got to, man. You have to. You have to, and I mean, I'm talking about pictures of you standing in front of the house so that I know something a little bit more than just you sending me random fucking photos of disasters that happen. Like I've had girls go through it, man. I've seen a lot of pictures, a lot of pictures. But what can I say, man? What can I say? I mean, I pray for them and shit like that. It sucks. The only thing about typhoons that I'll never understand, and maybe I'll go live with this later on. The only thing about typhoons that suck, the only thing about typhoons that I cannot stand, or should I say, the only thing about dealing with certain people that really blow my mind is the simple fact that every time a typhoon comes through, and it comes through damn near every year, wipes out everything that they have, and these people still continue to build on the same and or in the same location as the place where their house just got wiped out. I never understood that logic. just me. I know, yeah, maybe it's hard because they can't move around like they're supposed to and stuff like that. I got that. But for me, I'm like, my boy, y'all building in the same exact place that just got wiped out, knowing that this is a flood prone area. I don't know, man. It's crazy. But there is definitely no melanated symptom over here on this side. Mr. Diaz, we're going live with that topic tonight, man. We're going to do the typhoon topic tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I had no idea what I was going to do, but guess what? We're going to talk about this tonight, man. We're going to go live. Just wait for it. Probably about 9 o'clock. We're probably going to drop that live show. Hope you guys can join me. We're going to talk about why people build in the exact same places that the typhoon just hit so that they can get wiped out next year. What the fuck? Anyways, guys, I appreciate you locking in, my man, Mr. Diaz. I appreciate you looking out for me, my boy. I got you. Appreciate the love. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video, man. If you did, you already know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell people that the Good Doc's got one of the best channels here. Trying to at least make it that way. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It has been fun, has been real. Time for the Good Doc to go and get the getting. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Good Doc is officially out. At least knuckle, which means going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Bye bye. Peace.